Hello and welcome to Supreme Commander Forge Alliance Forever. This is a WWPC game under 2600 bracket. Down here we have Forceh of the UEF clan playing with HappyIdiot. Also the UEF clan, interestingly, going Cybern. Classic UEF clan tactics. Forceh is rocking the UEF race. PandaCuddle's up here for the OT clan. Not sure what that clan tag stands for. It's OT. PandaCuddle's going Aeon. Archaeron, also the OT clan, going Cybern. And the map is Meridia. This map is very, very tryhard, you could say. Difficult map to play. One where, to start off with, we need to see a lot of drops. See, there's a lot of mexes on this map and they're very spread out. The map is a 20x20 map. It's created by Morex. This might have been the first map he made. I know he started with the 20x20 map. It might have been this one. He sort of regretted that because it takes a lot of work. So yes, a lot of mexes, a lot of spread out mexes. So we need transport. So HappyIdiot making, yeah, hydro and power generators at the same time, and he's actually going to run out of mass. So you really would rather just make the factory, then the mexes, and then build a hydro, and then follow up with a few PGens, maybe 3 to 4 PGens, and assist the air factory to build a transport first. So you can go for transport first because the map is so large that you can't actually get an interceptor across fast enough. And even if an interceptor gets across, you probably also already get to this position. So you have to decide where you're going to drop. So we have this player over here. This is sort of the, you'd say, the pocket position. It's a position where he has 2 bases here, so he has more mass as compared to this player. And he also has this expansion, which he can quite easily get. So this player is going to drop here, or should drop here. This player should drop here, and then after that there's many locations to drop. So this player can drop these mexes, can drop mexes here, can drop this island, can drop his opponent's islands over here, or these mexes far away, or drop also from here onto this island. This player down here, this is the main spot to drop because it's a whole base, tightly grouped mexes, hydrocarbon. This is the obvious optimal spot to drop initially. Then after that, you're going to have to drop, or at least walk, say, an engineer to get the water mexes you want to drop. It's also a good spot. And you can get a base here and start fighting over this island. Now, obviously, this position is superior to this one. The mexes are spread out. This guy gets 4 mexes, 2 hydras near him. But you can fight here and take up resources. And you can also, again, drop all of these islands. Drop these very spread out mexes. If you're going to walk to all these mexes, it's going to slow you down a lot. You have also these mexes spread out at the bottom of the base. So you're going to have to be really, if you're very active with your transport, you can get a massive advantage in terms of just eco, just by expanding fast by using your transport very well. So looks like we will have a base here. We're going to have a land battle on this island. Only, well, this is uncontested at the minute. And he's very afraid of air, so we have an anti-air and we have a static A turret. And we're going to should have more factories instead of going for the hydro. I mean, let's see what the economy is like. Hydro certainly you want to get it, but I would definitely be throwing down a couple more factories if we use the reclaim command. Reclaim shore, finder, whatever. You can see there's mass here and mass in these trees. There's very dense forest here. Jungle, rainforest, and there's rocks down there as well. So we have some reclaim to be grabbed. Let's see, herd on this side. And not much action as of yet. Ooh, a lot of T1 Navy here. So very quickly go on T1 Navy and we have subs. So you can see subs are going to be very important because there's so many underwater mexes. So frigates are not actually better for raiding on this map. You need subs to kill the mexes. And you can kill some mexes on land, certainly with frigates. But most of the mexes are underwater, so you're going to need subs to kill them. And we haven't seen a transport for Archaeron, so that would definitely be the best option for him to learn a little transport rush build order. Also, you can see here, in case he watches the cast, he's building his power around the land factory. You want to build it around the air factory because the air factory costs a lot more power, so you get more benefit from the adjacency by putting it next to the air factory. So that transport's paused, may have forgotten about it, may not have enough power to build it. Yeah, he's definitely lacking on power, unfortunately. But he should be dropping here. Now he has walked across here, built a factory. He's going to get that expansion. Forceh has dropped here. He's got an air factory. He's got the hydro. He's dropped an engineer to this island. Grabbed the mexes. HappyIdiot is fighting over this island. And Archaeron is taking all of these water mexes, or else this underwater hydro. It's going to help him a lot. And he's making T2 land. That'll be interesting to see what he does with that. He has his transport. Shall see if he uses it. Just going to speed it up slightly. Not much happening. So you can see the difference. If you watch, say, oh, we already have T3 sonar at the back. It's very early for T3 sonar, you see. T3 sonar is expensive. If you look at the cost here, 1000 mass. Plus minus 200, it's minus 250 power. In terms of upkeep, so very early for that. Also, it's so far back. Needs to be moved towards the middle of the map as well. More drops. Nice drop on this hydrocarbon. And yeah, you can really see the difference. If you compare this to a higher level player, you can see how just faster expansion can give you a massive lead. So Archaeron is behind because his expansion is slower, and therefore he has less total mass. You can see here on the scoreboard we have more mass for Forceh, 24k total, 22k total for HappyIdiot. And this small little base, only one factory, has been cleared up. So PandaCuddles actually with the Aurora can move across to the next island. Now there's no path directly across here, so he will have to go up to this beach and then fight. So there's plenty of time for a reaction. Now we have the significant T1 Navy force moving in, and oh, actually we already have T2 Navy from HappyIdiot, and he has a T1 fleet has been sitting around his production, I think. So in these fights, the most important thing is to micro so that the subs attack your enemy subs first and take them out, and then you have subs left over that get to do free damage. So you have to be careful now. Archaeron is retreating. He did some damage, took out a couple of mexes here, mexes in the water. He could send a sub or two around the side here to attack. It's also definitely worth putting a 2 on torp defense, I think, here. Be sensible. The Aurora have come across the island and they're moving down to attack and gain even greater map control. T2 Navy from PandaCuddles. His Navy is on the back side of his island, so, and both players kind of doing that. They're very afraid of losing their naval production. See here, Forceh has his at the front. Does he really have that much eco? Hang on a second. He has 20 T2 mexes. Look at the generated mass. Forceh is so far ahead in eco. All he's been doing is making economy. So another thing for this map and generally any 20x20 map is T3 air, vitally important. The ability to very powerful air units flying across the map very quickly to do massive damage with the strap bombers, especially killing T2 mexes. It's very, very important that you're making T3 air quite quickly on this map, and this T2 Navy is dying. Salems are getting surrounded. The next ship out is a cruiser, and that is not good. It's not gonna help HappyIdiot. Now he does have one Salem left, and the Salem is still alive. And it's not being killed. Maybe if you targeted the Salem, then he could have attacked the factory afterwards. But the Salem with his torps and its cannon stop this attack, and T2 HQ survives. We have another T1 naval fight here. Subs and frigates mixed in. And the mid base has been destroyed. The Aurora just moved in, and look at all the vets they have. Many of them with 2 vets. And now we have Aeon Destros coming up against this UEF Destro. Aeon Destro has more range, more health, far better torps, and torp defense. And this is dangerous now. These two. Oh, one of the Destros has gone down. There's still one left. I think T3 Navy might be an option after this gets cleared up. We have 10,000 mass in the bank for Forceh. He needs to focus on getting the T3 PGen up, so that then he'll have power. And immediately after his T3 PGen, make a second one. Now this isn't really a great place for a T3 PGen. The problem is you can't get adjacency. See, on any side of this T3 PGen, want to try and get a nice open area like over here where you can build your grid. And yeah, up here you can build your air grid, and you want to be able to use all that mass. So he definitely wants to focus on power now, so that he can start upgrading to T3 mexes, get his ASF production online if he indeed needs ASF. Remember, you only need ASF if your opponent has stuff you need to kill. A lot of players are going to build a lot of ASF and have far more ASF than their opponent and not use that air advantage, and that's really just a waste. So always be careful when you're making ASF. You don't just fall into that default mode of I'm going to spam ASF now. You got to do it for a reason. And once you have enough ASF, if you have more than your opponent, then you can afford to make some attacking units, make strap armor, make gunships. And then once you build the attacking air units, you can then use that to force your opponent to engage and try and kill those units with their ASF, and then you get to win the air fight. You have an even bigger advantage. So unless you actually use your units correctly, they're not going to help you very much. We have T2 Navy showing its strength. Space taking a lot of damage. 2 T2 Mexes go down the Hydro radar. But he's now leaving, moving on. And that is T3 Navy. The battle cruiser is coming out. A big fight here. And now that the Cyber Navy is forced to retreat, it can't shoot backwards. So the subs, the Torp defense will shoot backwards. The cruiser and the Salem will not. And 2 T2 ships go down here. And some T1. And that's a good fight for Archaeron. But how's the economy? Well, we have T3 mechs for him. It's just storaging it. Needs to storage the rest of these T2 mechs, certainly. You can just click assist on those and they will get surrounded by storages. All you have to do is click assist. You may have to enable it in the options. So you want to be upgrading a lot of T1 mexes, because upgrading T1 to T2 is better than making storages or making T3 mechs. And most of these mexes are quite safe, especially the underwater ones at the back, they're quite safe. So let's see, what is Forceh going to do with his massive advantage? He has T3 air, he's making more pigeons. Is he making T3 mexes? Is he making strap bomber? I think we see some, let's see. Okay, yeah, he still has the 10, 11, 12,000 mass in the bank, which is a problem. We could just upgrade a whole bunch of T2 mexes to T3. Unassisted, just click upgrade, just get rid of the mass. Make RAS is a good way, very good way to get rid of mass. See, it costs 5,000 mass, it's going to disappear quite quickly. It's one good way to use your mass quickly. And we have 2 battle cruisers out. So you want to have shield boats mixed in here to help out the battle cruisers a lot. It'll be a huge help, and I see make them insanely good unit into an almost unstoppable unit. So T3 Navy coming up for PandaCuddles. So he's gonna try and make an Omen, I'm sure. Yep, we have Omens coming. And Omen is kind of similar to a battle cruiser, sort of similar. At its pretty short range. See the range here, 100. Does a lot of damage. It's very good versus T2 Navy. But it has a lot more HP. So it's more expensive than a battle cruiser. And it has a lot more HP. And I think slightly less damage overall. And also the battle cruiser, of course, doesn't miss. Now it's unlikely that the Omen is going to miss very much. It has quite high muzzle velocity. This is a massive fleet that's coming after HappyIdiot. But HappyIdiot has been given a battle cruiser by his teammate. That's nice teamwork. And there's so many T2 subs here. Wow, the T2 subs are going to do extremely well. Needs to focus on the Salem. And that is a crushing defeat. A crushing defeat. Very nice teamwork to give that battle cruiser over. Made the fight an easy victory for HappyIdiot. Now HappyIdiot has lost a lot of map control. He basically just has his island, but he actually lost his HQ. So he's gonna have to rebuild his HQ and get a T3 sonar up. but there's reclaim to be had, and he's gonna have to re-expand as quickly as he can. Has some T3 mexes in his base. T3 land, we have bricks and loyalists in the base of Archaeron. Not sure what his plan is, but all this time PandaCuddles has had huge map control, and although Forceh has a big lead in terms of economy, he still does. He has 270. He's not using this advantage. You can see now he has 20,000 mass in the bank. I'm not gonna be. Oh my goodness! I missed the nuke launcher. Now that is going to absolutely destroy this entire base. It's going to destroy the T3 air and this T3 Pigeon. Now there's not much else. There is T3 mexes, but and a lot of SAMs, and they're all dead. That hurts. And now we have another naval fight. Oh, it's very good for HappyIdiot. Just building on the previous victory. Just continued pushing. You can see not many of these T2 subs have died. They're protecting each other quite well with... There goes one. There's a couple have died here, but they protect each other pretty well with torp defense. Well, actually no. The Barracuda doesn't have very good torp defense. It has the flares, but they fire quite slowly, but the Salem helps them out a lot. Similarly, the Mermaid, the stealth boat, helps a lot with torp defense, has the exact same torp defense as the Salem. Which is those flares, and they also... Oh, that's T3 Navy, but he's making Salems. Also, you can see no reclaim being grabbed. That's a big deal. That being said, spending the mass is a bigger deal. And now he's retreating, which is interesting. Not sure why he retreats there. Now, so this nuke has already done massive damage. Is anyone going to build the necessary defense to stop it? That is a nuke defense. I don't see one planned. Forceh, let's see, is he spending his mass yet? Nope, he's stalling, so that's going to slow down the nuke, but it's over halfway done already, so... And now the T3 Navy is pushing. There's the Omens. This Omen under fire from 3 BCs and 2 cruisers also TMLing it. Where's the TMD? This battlecruiser's on very low health for a long time and still got to do tons of damage. This battlecruiser also very low on HP. And that's 2 dead Omens. You can see how much there is to do on this map. Still, Mex is not taken, and a lot of ASF for Forceh. Only a few for Archaeron, and another few for Panda. So this is the thing you gotta watch for, that you don't just make ASF blindly. Forceh should be confident in his air advantage and should move to just spamming other units, gunships, to take control of the middle area. This is map control he could easily take with air, and also could do damage in many locations. Now there's tons of SAMs in the base, it's true, back here, and so much mass in SAM launchers, but that's fine. You don't need to attack. Oh, there is an SMD here, so he attacks here. There's only T2 mexes, so not the most efficient nuke, but it'll do. This nuke SMD is only just finished, so it's not loaded at all. He didn't want to take the risk though. But it might have been worth the risk, I think. If you can pay attention to when the nuke is... To when the nuke is... or the SMD is built. Ooh. How did he... I'm not sure how he... Oh, the... Oh, I'm actually not sure how he died. Is there torpedoes? And he hardly died from the torpedoes of the battlecruiser. In eco, I am good. Yeah, Forceh made got a massive lead on eco. Now he didn't use it perfectly, but making a nuke is always good. Just a few things I would say. Always have to be aware of what eco your opponent has, because in this kind of map, you can get a lot of space to eco because the map is so big. A lower rated player can't really punish ecoing that well. So generally, people who eco heavily at this level can do well. Makes it hard to lose, except by a massive mistake when you have a big advantage. A stealth drop, a stealth loyalist. But there's only one loyalist, and it's gonna take a while to take this down. What? He doesn't know what to target. He's switching between the nuke and the PD and the PGen. The nuke is definitely what he wants to hit. Oh no, I think he might have killed it if he had just attacked the nuke launcher. He might have killed it because it's almost 1500 damage on the power generator. And if the nuke dies, it's gonna kill stuff around it. The one loyalist almost doing an amazing job there. The stealth drop, I love it. Love it. He had a deceiver loaded in that T2 transport. Forceh now. Oh, there's a bug. But there's so many SAMs. But the SMD goes down and the PGen. And the Soul Ripper goes down as well. Archaeron is in the corner, in the edge of the map. And he started the teleporter. I don't think he's going to be building that, finishing that. Let's see. Forceh says he's a dual gap main. Well, that's a sad statement. I feel sad. Here comes another nuke. And the subs are absolutely destroying the battle cruisers. %3 telly. I think it's 4%. We're moving along. We only have 3 mass income because of the... Oh, he cancelled it. There we go. Well, I think... Oh, another Soul Ripper. And another nuke. So, let's see. I think he'll be Control King, or maybe not. Oh yes, I forgot to shout out people. Let's see. Thomas Hyatt has a channel with POV videos now. Quite a few videos. If you're interested in POV, I think he has some commentary up there as well. So check him out. Check out Mountain's channel, though he finds it difficult to upload too regularly. The Slot Gamer, Battle Moose, Heaven, obviously, which I'm sure everyone knows about Heaven. Yeah, that's it. So nice to see people playing lower rated in tournaments, and hopefully people learn something, and hopefully more people will sign up to play in these tournaments, win some avatars, get casted, etc., etc. Get a nice avat. And well played, the UEF boys, even if you had to pick Cyber. GG, see you next time, guys.